What's up everybody, it's RobinGaming here. So first of all, I know it's been a really long time since I uploaded for the last time. I think it's almost been 2 weeks, and of course I have to really apologize for that. Basically to give you the reason why, I had this pretty terrible cold that lasted for about a week. At some point I even kind of like lost my voice almost for a couple of days, so it was pretty bad. And then of course, you know, I could have already uploaded maybe a couple days back, then my computer crashed, had to reconfigure everything again. Just a really unfortunate situation. So once again, my apologies. From now on I should be way more frequent again with my uploads, and I have some really awesome ideas for things to do. Second of all, I hope you really like that intro. Now I've had this intro that a guy called Mr. Dragon Designs made for me, that was pretty much kind of like redoing the Uncharted 4 teaser in my own style with my own logo and stuff, and I really like that intro. I've been using it for about a year, but at the same time, at some point you just want to switch things up a little, right? You just want to, you know, do something new, and it gets kind of old watching the same intro for such a long time. So I always used to replace them every now and then, but I think it's pretty much been the intro I've used for the longest time, maybe about a year or so. So you know, of course I do want to really thank him, but at the same time, like I said, sometimes it's good to switch things up. This is kind of like a callback to an older intro that I did, has the classic Uncharted tune. I made it myself. I like it quite a bit. I hope you'll like it as well. And for this video, I didn't really have an idea or a thing that I, you know, wanted to desperately talk about. I guess I just wanted to ramble for a bit about the year of 2015 and how I initially thought this was going to be such a big year for gaming. It was going to be so massive, so huge. Especially because of a few certain titles. Of course, I'm talking about mainly Uncharted 4. That's of course the game I'm most looking forward to myself. And with the delay of that game that we heard about, I think it was a month back or maybe 2 months back already. Yeah, that kind of already made the year of 2015 seemed like or seemed so much more of a disappointment to me in my eyes. And then now, only recently, we heard the news that Zelda for the Wii U got delayed. There were actually rumors that it's going to be a launch game for Nintendo's next console already, so that they're already giving up on the Wii U. And then the news that Quantum Break has been delayed for the Xbox One. That was the one game that made me consider getting an Xbox One sometime soon. You know, I'm not personally like a big fan of Halo, so that's not really a game I'm looking forward to. Quantum Break, however, was a game that I found really interesting, and therefore, with that being delayed, me getting an Xbox One seems to be, you know, less and less likely, at least in the near future, right? So I was just getting a little bit disappointed, and I'm not saying that the year, you know, so far or at this moment isn't really looking that great, because yeah, we just got Bloodborne, which is a game I'm totally hooked to, and I'm gonna do my review soon. But yeah, I can definitely say it's a game I'm really enjoying actually. It's kind of like outdoing my expectations at the same time. And then we still have stuff like The Witcher, Batman, that's gonna be a great one. Metal Gear Solid 5 is probably the game I'm looking forward to most. But just with all of these delays, it already seemed like 2014 was the year of delays. You looked at stuff like Battlefield Hardline. Batman was initially delayed. The Order 1886 was supposed to be PS4's big fall title, although Sony didn't officially say that, but I think it can be said that that was the case, or that was going to be the plan, and that got delayed to 2015. So 2014 really seemed to be that year of the delays, but now with 2015, where it initially looked to be that year where all those, like I said, delayed games would come out, plus the ones that just got announced, it now seems like a lot of those titles are also pushed forward. So 2015 is becoming what 2014 should have been, it seemed almost, and that's just a little bit disappointing to me. Once again, not saying the year is not going to be great, like we still have these titles coming up. Is stuff like No Man's Sky still gonna come? Because that would surely be like a big title at the same time. Star Wars Battlefront myself, you know, I'm not really looking forward to that much, but it could end up being a real surprise for me, but who knows. Yeah, it's just those few titles that got delayed that were kind of like the reasons why I was looking forward so much to this particular year. And right now it's more, you know, 2016 more seems to be the year that I myself am looking forward to most, because Uncharted 4 is coming out, Mirror's Edge 2 is most likely coming out in the same window. Those are literally the two reasons, or the two games I myself am most excited for, Uncharted 4 and Mirror's Edge 2, and to just realize that those games might come out in the same period, or maybe even in the same month or something, would be absolutely crazy. And I literally cannot wait for spring 2016, you know, around March, April, May. Who knows, that's going to be exciting for sure. But yeah, with that being said, I just want to know from you, what do you think of the year of 2015 and at the same time 2016? Do you agree with me that it's looking more and more disappointing at the moment, just with the delay of those few but still key titles that I myself was really looking forward to? Or do you still have faith? Who knows, maybe E3 might still bring us some really awesome stuff, like the new Black Ops game or something that will introduce zombies, or Fallout 4 is a game that's really rumored, you know, to be announced at the Bethesda press conference. So who knows, you know, we just gotta wait and see. But for now, I want to know your thoughts, and then I'd like to thank you a lot for watching and hope to see you again next time.